Hello, ball boys and ball girls. Today, we are ranking the 2023 away kits in the CPL. Make sure to stay to the end of the video to see how you could be entered in a draw to win one of these jerseys. With me today as co-host of the FC13 Podcast, Paul. Paul, thank you. These jerseys are looking good, right?
They're looking good, yeah. You think we should go with what the CPL insists we call them the alternative jerseys or alternate jerseys?
That is what they're calling them, but I will never be able to do it. If you haven't checked out our home kit rankings, I'll put a link for it in the video below, or maybe you can see it on the screen somewhere. I don't know. Either way, you'll find the home kit jersey somewhere. We ranked those ones already. Starting in alphabetical order, Atletico Ottawa. Paul, again, I'm an Ottawa fan. I don't want to be biased. You take the way.
I like this a lot more than the home kit.
Really? Okay.
I like this a lot more. I like that sort of ice look to it, which, might look a bit strange with the season being in the summer, but, I think it's a really beautiful color. I feel like I mentioned this a lot in the last video, sleeves and collar, but, it's a huge part of, making a kit. If you get the sleeves and the collar wrong, it can just sort of ruin the look, and it looks perfect.
I do like it. I do like it. I don't love it. I preferred our away jersey last year. I do like what they're doing, though. It's the ice and it's creativity. It's different. So I do like these jerseys. I will be buying it. I have all the other away kits, so I will be adding this to my collection.
It has the potential to be very iconic.
It can, especially, like I said, with York's home jersey. It really depends if trophies come with it. It'll stand out more. I don't think you usually affiliate away jerseys with teams necessarily.
I know Atletico Madrid won a lot of away games last year, so maybe they may be a slightly different case with that. You're the fan, so you'll be the expert, but all the sort of big highlights of Atletico last year were away in their away kit. So
if you had to say, where would you put this jersey?
I think it's an A tier.
A tier? You know what? I always accept a B, but I'm taking A. Come on, boys. Vamos, Aleti. Our next jersey, Calgary FC. I wasn't a big fan of their home jersey, and I'm not a big fan of this one either. I don't mind the black, but the lightning strike, whatever the hell you want to call that, it's weird. I don't get it. I don't know what that's supposed to represent. I saw somebody online say they wish the jerseys were green just so you could hide Escalante's grass stains from his dives. I thought that was hilarious. Yeah, no, I'm not a big fan. What do you think?
So again, as we mentioned in the last one, Calvary have just doubled down on being Alberta's team, much to Edmonton's despair. And the Prairies in Alberta in the summer can be really famous for thunder and lightning storms. Especially with how vast the Prairies are, you can just see it for miles on end. One of the most beautiful things I think you can see. It's incredible. Well, what I would say about the lightning strike is it's maybe supposed to recreate the sash that their kits normally have. They normally have a sash going through there. I think it may be supposed to look like that. I think it's a little
worse to me.
I think the lightning is a little gimmicky looking. Other than that, I love it. I'm a sucker for an all black kit. It's still a good kit. It's not D or F. It's not D or F tier for me. I think it's C tier.
I'll give you C. I'm not a big fan of it. I will put this lower, but you're gonna hype it up a little bit. I'll take your word for it. Just another bad one. This is the two halves of the jail prison FC. I want their fans to come in, those classic black and white strip jail uniforms. I want to see half of the crowd wearing those one game and then just pure orange kits the next day, because Ford just literally made it orange is the new black. And yes, I made the same joke in the last video, because these they bring it together. I think they purposely had some prison idea for here. I'm not joking. They go hand in hand.
I feel like I'm just going to assume it's steel for being grey. That's my if in doubt, assume it's steel.
So you think it's a coincidence they both look like prison kits?
I think it's a coincidence. Yeah, they're not going for the jailhouse forge this year. But yeah, I don't like this at all. I think we could genuinely be looking at an F tier kit.
Yeah, I'll take that.
It hurts to look at. I'm surprised Forge 5 years into the existence they haven't released. I don't know if it's I don't know if they're not allowed to do it or something. Well, I mean, there shouldn't be any reason. Bobby Young owns a tie cats as well, but I would like to see a black and gold kit from them.
I think maybe
to tie in off that city.
Maybe they want to stay separate from it because maybe. Actually, I don't even know why. That's a good point.
Well, because the Bulldogs, the OHL team, do it as well, and it's synonymous with it. It's not. I know they're not in Hamilton right now as it stands.
Mm-hmm. But when you look at the Ottawa Fury, for example, they did collaborative kits with the Ottawa Red Blacks and even the Ottawa 67s, and people weren't big fans of those necessarily. So maybe they saw it like in history that people don't necessarily like that. They want to be their own identity.
It's
Maybe,
the I don't like how the sort of like you got the sort of little black bars and the grey bars. I don't like how they don't match up. It kind of maybe it's just me. It kind of hurts to look at.
Yeah, like those images you see online. It'd be like, do you see a A or a B? It's kind of like one of those.
It's like it's waving a little bit in front of me. Like I don't know, maybe
it's
supposed to like weird out of like their opposition. Which fair
yeah,
enough. Like you
get
go for
trippy
that
with
works.
them.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not
Put mushrooms in their water bottles.
Hopefully it's not like that Man United kit from the 90s, which they had to change at half time. That one time, the grey kit they wore then.
What happened there? I don't remember that story.
Oh, this is a good one. So Man United were playing Southampton some point in the mid to late 90s, I believe. They wore an all grey kit and they were losing really badly at halftime. And Sir Alex Ferguson demanded the whole team change into a different kit there and then because he was convinced that like they couldn't see each other properly.
Wow.
And they never wore it again.
Love it. But for now, Forge is going into F.
Yeah, the annoying thing is I'll probably win the league wearing that thing as well. So
oh, that would hurt so much. We go out east to Halifax, and we like their home jersey, but this is special. I feel again, it has a slickness. I like the trim on it. The Volkswagen just pops even more on this one, I find.
This is what the Vancouver home kit wanted to be.
You think so?
Well, like this is similar to the fact that like it's got iconic phrases to do with the East Coast. It does have like sort of discreet messaging in it, whereas the Vancouver one is a bit more in your face and it kind of like I said, it ruins the look of the jersey. It doesn't look black enough anymore. This one I think it looks perfect, like how it's a bit thinner so the white still pops.
Yeah.
And I really, really like how colourful the sleeves are too. I think it looks really nice. Some people find like all like white away kits in particular boring. Like not to go on a tangent, but I really don't think it's necessary, for like every sports team in like North America to have a white away kit. This is fantastic. Halifax have knocked it out of the park. I think they had disappointing kits last year. Like I don't know if I don't know if they like consulted fans or like consulted Macron directly for that sort of thing, but like them and Macron have absolutely nailed it this year. I think this is see, there's a kit I like more than this. So I don't want to put it into S tier. I'm
okay with A. I am okay with A.
Yeah, it's a strong A. I think I'd put it above the Ottawa one.
I actually have two jerseys that I prefer over this one. If these are what the jerseys are going to be this year, we're going to have a great year for jerseys. Now, we saw teams like Forge miss the mark, but Halifax said it, and they did a great job doing so. So we're playing Halifax into A.
Oh yeah, definitely A tier.
All right.
Easy A tier.
Now we're going to the 2021 CPL champions. And this weird, another like Aboriginal, I guess, type feeling Pacific kits. Again, last year's away kit for Pacific was so iconic to the CPL and to the club. I feel like they tried really hard to match that. And I think they did so better on their home jersey than they did this one. And my other complaints, me personally, I don't like how similar the colors are to Ottawa's. I feel like they fucked up there. I'm sure there's people talking. And to me, one of the jerseys should have been changed a bit. Maybe a little bit darker. To me, it's too similar.
I had this in S tier. I love this. I love this so much. I love the design. Again, they're going for that like Indigenous First Nations design out in the West Coast. Like they've been really good at. The one question remains to be seen. Like like that worked so well with the Volkswagen logo last year. Like I'm a little scared about what it looked like if TELUS is the sponsorship.
That's actually a good point because if you go back to Atletico Ottawa's first away jersey, they used it for the first 2 seasons, and even though they changed the sponsor on one sock could stay the sponsor on the other. So maybe Pacific will do that, keep the sponsor and keep that jersey.
I love the color scheme of it, like that light blue, like you can see the waves really pop. There's a little bit of white in there too. And as much as I'm a sucker for black, I'm also a sucker for gold. I think gold can work fantastic on kits.
Yes, yeah, that's why I'm just sucker for the white and gold like Valor did last year.
Collar, sleeve, I love it. The logo looks really nice on it. Looks really nice on it too. TELUS, it just completes the whole. I love this. I absolutely love this.
Well, I don't, so it's not going in S, but we could come up with a compromise here.
I tried.
Where is as low as you will go?
Well, S tier, but like I guess for the purposes of this, I'll say A tier.
A tier. Oh, I have a hard time even putting it there, but I'm not going to cause a huge argument because I have a bigger hill to climb later on. So next. I know how Paul already feels about this one. I do like Valor's new kit. We're in Valor now. I like the black. I know the the Raptors scratch mark. I'm going to call it that because it reminds me of the Toronto Raptors. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't know what that's supposed to be, where that comes from. The jersey itself, though, I really do like. I wish the scratch meant something more. And maybe it does mean something, and I'm just totally missing it. Paul, you go into your rant. I'm going to try to see if I can find what it means.
Well, the same thing. Like, I feel like you take away the Valor logo in this, and this is just a Toronto Raptors training jersey. Like, I don't like it. I think you could just about make it work without the scratches, but like it's so jarring and right there in front of you. Like, if we're gonna like take the cavalry kit's really nice. If we're gonna take the cavalry kit and mark that down for the lightning bolt, I think we've got to mark this one down too. I actually prefer if they were both just black, I would prefer the cavalry kit to this. It's like a sort of sanded look as well. I don't know how to describe it. Like it's I don't know, like it's not fully black in the front. It looks like is it like static or something? It just doesn't look
it's almost like a grid. It looks like a grid of what I'm looking at right now. I'm actually on a website. And it almost looks like a grid that's kind of implanted, like scratch marks. I don't really get it.
It looks damaged.
Damaged. That's a good way to put it. I won't fight on this hill either, though. I can see why people don't like it. But I'm trying to find an example of what the scratches are for.
I know people really like this kit. They nailed the release with like the lightsabers, and you had the dark and like low light going on.
It is pretty cool.
but for me, as much as I'm probably going to annoy people with this, I think it's D tier.
You have a D tier. With me liking it, can we push it up to C? Can we do C? I do like it. I do agree. The scratch marks throw it off, but other than that, and to me, it doesn't even look bad. I don't get why it's there. If it had a meaning to the city, I would like it a lot more.
I will do C tier on the condition that it's ranked below the cavalry kit.
Yeah. Can I put it all the way over here? No?
Yeah,
okay.
That'll do. That's implied.
It's implied. Don't worry. I think I would only go B. I wouldn't go crazy with it, but I would put it C. That's fair. Back at the Pacific jersey, I wasn't going to fight on it because I have two jerseys I like more. And those are the next two jerseys up on display here. So starting with Vancouver FC, again, this is their first away jersey. I had a feeling there would be some red in there, and I love what they did here. To me, it looks retro, maybe more retro to a rugby jersey, but I still I think it works with the soccer kits. I really like it. I think the logo looks nice on it. I love the CIBC on it. The red and black look beautiful. I would prefer this to be their home jersey, in all honesty. I really like it. This could be potential S for me.
It does. I mean, I can't help but just think of like maybe this is too much of a British reference here, but I just can't help but think of Dennis the Menace when I see it.
Hey, that's fine. I like Dennis the Menace. I'm not going to argue that.
That's fair. I don't. Maybe if it was like more black than red. I don't. If you know what I mean. Like,
it looks pretty 50-50.
But where it ends at the top and the bottom on a red stripe as opposed to that black stripe.
Right.
I don't know, like it's hard to put my finger on it. You know, at the end of the day, like if you're not guessed yet, I'm not an art expert. I'm not a fashion expert. I'm just kind of going off what I see, and it's like there's something about it I can't quite put my finger on. Maybe it's like I'd like the red to be a darker shade. Like maybe I think the shade of red's a bit too light.
I don't see it. I think this is perfect for them. I think it looks beautiful. There's no complaints I really have about it.
I would have it in B tier, but like I guess we're gonna split the difference.
Split the difference. We're gonna go A.
We'll go A.
We're on the last one, and I already stated I do like this one more than Pacifics. And again, this is S tier for me. I think it has a great retro look to it. The Carlsberg logo looks amazing. I love the green, the shade of the green, and the dark blue on the sleeves. This is, again, I fucking love this. This, to me, this looks like a proper 90s kit. You ever watch something like the Big Green? This reminds me of the Big Green's jersey almost. Like, to me, it just screams 90s.
I actually prefer York's kit last year, the darker green they had. It was more like all green with like the little collar on it. Again, this is a preference thing. I don't really like kits that look like this. You know, like I've not really been a fan of kits with collars either for whatever reason.
Neither am I usually, but this one, it works for me.
I've never really been a fan of this like green and blue color scheme.
Really?
Like they like York do well with what they have in terms of their colors. Like it works really well with white, but like this is just like overwhelmingly green. Oh, the Carlsberg logo pops. It definitely does. I looks at. I guess that's a bit of a silly thing to talk about. Never talk about York, like it's their colours, but like it's just. I wish maybe there was a bit more blue in it, or like toned down a bit. I'm not as high on this as everybody else is. Clearly.
To me, again, just like their home jersey, this is a proper.
It's
like
a
if
proper
York,
kit.
if York could win a trophy in this, it's another iconic jersey for them that I think people will remember for years on end.
It does look like it could be something from the 1930s.
You want to go 30s? I wouldn't go that far, but I do love it. I do like the retro feel to it.
I mean that a good way.
A good way. So you don't hate it. You're just not a fan of it.
No, for me, it'd be like a solid B tier kit.
B tier? Okay. Well,
we can't put 5 kits in A.
We can because they're all did so good this year. They did. Okay, I'll settle on B.
You got me there. That was a.
You know what? How about
plea.
this? How about this? I get 1 S tier and you get 1 S tier.
You know what? Yeah, because I got an S tier in the last video.
Well, no, I did. I got the York one. Did you get your one in there?
Oh no, you're right. Yeah. If this York one is S, then I want the Pacific one.
All right, I'll give you Pacific in an S, but I'm also put York in S. York, 10 out of 10 on both jerseys for me. They did a great job. And then I think the one thing we could take away from this year is they are really upgraded, and they can see how much jerseys can market a league. I think they really stepped it up this year.
Yeah, like them and the MLS have really like stepped up the marketing. Like you may not like every MLS kit, but like they did a really good job of like putting them in your face and explaining what the kits are about.
Which is good because the MLS for years has always fallen under ridicule for basic ass boring designs.
Yeah, like they got really creative this year. Some of them were really nice. Like I like the LA Galaxy one and and both Los Angeles teams. I guess I like the LAFC one too. Portland had a really cool one. I like what St. Louis have got looking there. Like they've got their first season, they've kind of knocked it out of the park with their kits. Mm-hmm. There's some really good looking stuff in the MLS this year and the CPL too.
Anyways, thank you so much guys for watching. Make sure to drop a comment down below on who's your favorite away jersey. Who won the jersey war this season? And remember that you can win one of these jerseys if you choose, or even the brand new Canada jersey that was just released for the Women's World Cup. All you have to do is subscribe to this channel. Go to Twitter, follow us, and retweet the tweet about the jersey giveaway. Go to Patreon, help support us so we can create more content, and you can have your name entered into a draw so you can take away home one of these jerseys, one of the home jerseys, one of Canada's jersey, up to $150 value. Thank you so much for watching.